My name is Aaron Brooks, and I'm the author of Sincerity, the recipe for living your best personal and professional life. My book is all about the intersection between the philosophies that we all often hear about in business and in life today. Things like make sure you network, make sure you pay it forward, with the actual consistent behaviors that are necessary to build the sincere relationships that we're all looking to build throughout our lives and our careers. I was inspired to write this book due to the impact sincere relationships have had on my entire life, all the way back to watching the way that my father built his business over the past 50 years, one relationship at a time. As I've moved throughout my own professional career, I've realized the amazing impact that the example of my father and others has had on the way that I have personally built and maintained the relationships that I have found throughout my life and my career. I have also personally seen sincerity and sincere relationships have an amazing impact on the lives of so many people that I've gotten to know over the years. Many of those people I've met through business. However, I did find it interesting that many of these people have had to work for companies where sincerity and sincere relationships were not necessarily understood or encouraged. The people whose stories are told passionately throughout this book have also benefited in tremendous ways through the sincere relationships they have built and maintained over time. Those that live this life realize that it is about a lot more than simply networking with other people. These people have taken the additional step of developing sincere relationships that are truly about putting other people first. And they have benefited personally and professionally greatly by living this philosophy. In my book, the reader will read about successful business people, people from the world of entertainment, companies and business models that have adopted a sincere business model and found success. You'll even read about a couple of rock and roll bands that have developed a sincere relationship with their fan base that has allowed them to endure the test of time. Probably the most consistent story I've woven in through the book is my own personal story. I started out as a kid going to work with my father. My father has owned the same company for over 50 years. He owns a bakery supply manufacturing and distributing company built almost solely through individual relationships, one relationship at a time. When I was a kid, I would go to work with my dad, just like everybody else does, right? But with my dad, that did not mean going to an office building. It meant going to see his customers. We'd walk in the back of the bakery. My father would see his friends. They'd give his son Aaron a donut. And on the weekends, I would go to those same people's kids' birthday parties. My hope for my book is that the reader will come out of it with a couple of things. I hope it will help them to be inspired to step out of their comfort zone a bit, and upon finishing, they will have specific steps that they can deploy to begin to deepen current relationships and identify new, sincere relationships with others that they can grow over time. If I'm successful in helping just a few people to make their lives a bit easier and more fulfilled in this regard through great relationships, much like my own life and my own career has been more fulfilled for this reason, I will consider this book to be a huge, huge success. My name is Aaron Brooks, and I'm the author of Sincerity, the recipe for living your best personal and professional life.